Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody's month going? Happy middle of September, middle grade March book club reading sprint. We missed doing it in the middle of August, so we didn't want to miss another month. And I am here, and I think Jenna might join me, and maybe Katie after the kids go down. And I don't think Amanda can make it tonight. So we'll see. Until then, it's just me and you. And we're going to read together. So let's see who is. I just posted it on Instagram, so I was a tiny bit late because I just posted, come join me for sprints. So I tonight am going to start The Miraculous. So this is our book club book for the month, and I haven't read it yet. So this is what I'll be at least starting tonight. I don't know if I'm going to continue it right now. I might wait till next week to continue it, but I'm at least going to start it tonight. But what is everybody reading tonight? What are you up to? Getting done? Hi, Jacqueline. And Betsy is here. Hi, Michelle. Andy's here. Shane is here. Hi, guys. Joanna and Kim. Hello, hello. Becca, how's it going? Becca, I watched your not your mid-month, your weekend reading vlog. It was really good. Hopefully getting the kids to bed too. Yeah, I know. I'm starting a little early because I'm like, I'm just going to be home. Pam is reading The Miraculous. Nice. Andy's also going to start The Miraculous. Very cool. Yeah, I wanted to get started a little early just because I'm going to be here reading tonight anyway. I did make egg roll in a bowl for dinner tonight. So that was good, and it's all put away already. And I went for a little half-hour walk. I went to the chiropractor and the library after work today. And now I'm ready to sit down and read for the duration. Hi, Maria. Reading Anne Boleyn by Alison Weir. Nice. Finishing up a true crime book club I participated in. And I'll pick up The Miraculous as well. Sweet. Lightning Thief. That is the Rick Riordan one, right? We'll be starting Miraculous as well tonight. Also wanted to finish A Twist in Time. Very good. Reading Second Ending by Michelle Hoffman. I do have, sorry, I'm taking my socks off because it's kind of warm in this room. I do have The Miraculous on audio, which is how I'll probably read it eventually, but tonight I'm going to start it in print. I made it, summer. Yay, I'll be reading Pages and Co. Book 5. Oh, nice. I do have book 4. Book Smugglers, I think, is the one that I have to read. I think that's the one that I'm on. I've been doing so good with Series September, though. My current audiobook is Muse of Nightmares, which is the sequel to Strange the Dreamer. It's just a duology, and I wanted to finish that one. But I've been doing really good. I have caught up or finished a few maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 I've caught up. No, anyways, whatever. I've read a bunch. I'm gonna do a mid-month wrap up because I have quite a few books to talk about for Series September, but yeah, because I've already read a lot. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna film that. Even though my August wrap up just finally went up today. Reading The House of Closed Doors. Oh, Marcy, I'm not sure what that is. Downloaded on The Miraculous on Libby. Also reading Still Life. Yay. First in a series there. That's a long series. Finished The Miraculous. Going to work on some Series September. Not doing food at all. Or not doing good at all, I think. Is what you meant to say, right? Not doing good at all. Yeah, Rick Riordan. I'm in Scrib jail. Oh my word. That's the worst. So I can't start The Miraculous till next week. I'll be listening to the audio for The Last Fallen Realm. by Gracie Kim for Series September. Nice, Jacqueline. Yeah, that's a good way to word it. Script jail. They're so silly. I have been finding a ton on Libby though, and I just keep putting more on hold, and so they'll show up when they get there. And if I read them, I read them. If I don't, I don't. That's the nice part about the library, I suppose. Um, oh yeah, I was right. Good. Deepest Waters by Dan Walsh. I'm not familiar with that one either, Christine. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad you are enjoying it. I can't believe it's already the middle of September. That's crazy to me. Well, 2 more days, but still, that's crazy. How did we get here? I have a big trip planned coming up in a couple weeks with the BookTube Besties. Sarah, Amanda, and Lindsay. We're getting together for our annual trip at the end of the month. So that's coming up 2 weeks from tomorrow. We leave. It's very exciting. I mentioned it in a anticipated reads video. A couple people read it during middle grade March, and I know Michelle, who's here, she read it and loved it. Yeah, I've heard very good things about that one. I've not read it yet though. What is Scribd Jail? I tried to cancel my trial for the second time and they just extended me another free. Nice. Just keep rolling with it, Jen. That's awesome. Scribd Jail. So I save a ton of books on Scribd. Every time I think of a new audiobook that I might want to read or something pops up recommended, I just save it. So I have probably 40, 30 something books saved in Scribd. Well, the more that you listen in Scribd, the more they take away. Like, it's unlimited, but your choices get narrower and narrower the more you listen. So it got to the point and then they all become available whenever your renewal date is. So my renewal date is on the 10th of every month. So it'll just say not available until September 10th, not available until September 10th. And it got to the point in August where I had, I think, or the beginning of September, I think I had 3 left on my saved list that I could listen to now. So I did. I picked one of them. I'm like, I want to listen to these all. So it's not that big a deal, but it's annoying when some of them are books in series, some of them are for projects. Like, I wanted to listen to the Poisonwood Bible while I was in my trip to Nicaragua because it talked about missions and I was on a mission trip and it wasn't available until I was home. So that was kind of annoying. Yeah. I will be posting where we're going on Saturday all of us will in our community tab. So stay tuned. Lost Year. Yes. Michelle, I knew you loved it. I did not have a good experience with Scribd. They never had what I wanted. Oh, bummer. It's a long listed YA National Book Award. Oh, that's cool. The Lost Year. I would not be surprised to see it like in the Newbery options because I've just heard so much good about it. I mean, I need to read it obviously to know for myself, but I wouldn't be surprised to see if it wins the Newbery or an honor because I've heard just so many good things. Scribd does that to me. Yep. Yeah, right? I mean, it still has options. It just doesn't have as many. Silly. Yep, that's Adored the Miraculous. Or ordered the Miraculous on Pango, but it hasn't arrived. So you're reading Born a Crime. Ooh, Born a Crime is very good. I'm in Scribd Jail until the 18th. Oh no. Yeah, gotta love Scribd Jail. I mean, check your Libby. See if your library has it available, maybe. I mean, you should still have time if you start on the 18th because we're not meeting until I think it's the 24th, whatever that last Wednesday is. I will tell you for sure. 27th. It'll be like the last thing I do before I leave on my trip. Sweet. 27th Wednesday. It's our conversation about it. Got Scribd for Poisonwood Bible. Ended up DNFing enough already. Yeah, I still will listen to. I still use Scribd, but I use it probably equally with the library. I'm also currently in Scribd Jail. You finished just in time. Perfect. I don't think it would take away one that you're currently listening to. Maybe it would. That would be a pain if it did. Rude. All right, let's go ahead and do a sprint. Oh, your library doesn't have it on sale or Audible. Or I have. Yikes. It's 7:41. Let's just do right till the top of the hour. We'll start off with a shorter one. And I found a ambient room that looks like a house, and it looks so similar to this cover, except the house is different. Look at this. Look at it. Oh my word. So good. So we'll use that. We'll just sprint to the top of the hour, and then we'll do a longer one in a bit. But I'll keep an eye out if any of the girls come. And yeah, happy reading. We'll see you in a bit. right. That was just a nice little warm up. Hi, Jenna. You made it.
Yes, I did.
How is your week going?
Oh, it's going pretty good so far. I didn't end up going to work yesterday because I wasn't feeling that great, but today was much better.
That's
I
good.
did baby story time. Usually I do preschool story time.
Okay.
But today was baby, and I find it actually pretty relaxing because it's just not as high energy.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
That's fun. I take the kids that I nanny to baby story time. My Monday, Wednesday kids. The other kid goes to older kids story time. He's 3. What are you
Nice.
reading tonight?
The Miraculous.
Are you just starting it, or have you already started it?
Just starting it, yeah.
Yeah, same. So I made it to chapter 5, up to chapter 5, so like 30 pages.
Okay. I've just started chapter 4. So I'm just a little bit behind you.
Like, I'm not tearing up yet, but I can feel that I'm going to during this book. Like, I know that this book is going to make me cry.
Yeah.
Like, it has this sadness. I mean, obviously.
It's a deep sadness, like
Yeah,
just right off the bat.
like heavy.
Mhm.
About the situation, like about losing the little sister, but like him losing his passion for miracles too. Like,
Mhm.
and that's how his grief is expressing itself right now. And I'm just like, oh, buddy, I just want to give you a hug. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's sad.
it's really sad. I was expecting it to be meaningful just based off of the
Sure.
description, which I actually haven't read in a long time. So I really it's all of this is very like fresh.
Yeah.
So I was expecting something meaningful and deep and maybe sweet in like that kind of a tearjerker way.
Sure.
I was not expecting this level of intensity. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I think it's written really, really well so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready for him to go on a positive journey.
And I like that there's going to be a little bit of, what would you call it? Like fantasy or magical realism, like the spinning house, the house that's like, yeah. So I feel like
Yeah.
there's going to be a little touch of magic in there, which I'm here for it.
Mhm. Yeah, me too. I'm curious to know like what was the shadow that moved inside the house, like,
Yeah.
and also why it's called the doorway house.
Hmm. Yeah.
Very intriguing.
Yeah. It's a good start. It feels heavy for a middle grade start, like
Mhm.
for a kid. But did you get to the part where the funeral? I think that's
Yes.
so, like the minister of consolation, who is not very not not very consoling in the least. He's
No.
shouting. He's practically deaf, I think, because he's just like shouting at them. But so
Yeah.
rude too. Like, where's the mother? Where's the mourners? I'm like, oh, shut up, buddy. Like, you're gonna get throat punched in a second here.
Yeah, definitely not consoling at all.
But a little bit of humor, I think. So
A
that
little bit.
was good.
Yeah.
Oh, so we were talking about Scribd. Um,
Oh, yeah. I was
or
looking through some of the comments.
yeah. I'm trying to think of where I left off. Okay, here, Anne. Trying to unhaul books. Girl, me too. I think tomorrow morning I'm going to film my next couple shelves clean out. I'm very excited. Scribd took away some downloads once. Hadn't even started them, just downloaded for your next read, and they were gone and available on renewal day.
How dare they?
Put in purgatory. I once got a notification that the book I was in the middle of would only be available for a few more days. Holy moly.
See, this is why it's not unlimited.
Right? Hi, Lena. Listening to The Life She Was Given. Ooh, I like that one. I think that was my first Ellen Marie Wiseman book. I think that was my first one. Because Sarah and Lindsay loved that book. I liked it. I think I've liked others more, but and about to sit down and start Counting the Cost, Jill Duggar's new.
Oh, like one of the Duggar family.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Hello, hello. I just saw the Insta post and I'm hopping on. Yay. Hi, Kathleen. Halfway through Miraculous and enjoying it. Good, Katie.
That's
Joy-
promising.
Chapter 7. Andy said grabs you from the start. Yeah. Hey,
Big time.
Sharon. Randomly looking to see if anyone was doing sprints, and here you are. Yay. Glad you're here, Sharon. Okay, I have to read The Miraculous. Got it in Hoopla audiobook. Oh, sweet. That's another option, people. Hoopla.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It's in my favorites.
Hoopla is not good for me. Like, my libraries here don't use it very much, so I don't have a lot of options.
Mm.
Finished the first Keeper of the Lost Cities and enjoyed it. Yes. Winning. I'm so excited. I love Keeper. I've been slacking in reading book 9, but we have
Book
time.
9. Wow.
There are only going to be 10, but I don't think 10 comes out until next year, 2024. So
Gotcha.
I think this year we get a graphic novel. I got to look that up, actually. I think we're getting a graphic novel of the first book this year.
I would say it's about time because that's been a really popular series for years.
So popular. It will make for a good, like there's a lot of visual description, so it'll make for a good graphic novel, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be hard to shorten it because they're all so chunky. So it'll be interesting to see what they do like with the story itself. But
yeah. I have the first one. I haven't read it, but it will happen one day.
I love them as an adult, and I know kids that I've told to read it and they devour the series. And like the little girl that I used to nanny, she's now in 4th grade, I think. She's probably read all the ones that are out 3 or 4 times because she just she'll finish the series and she'll start right back over and read it again.
That says a lot.
Yeah, she loves it. And they're huge.
They are.
They're huge. They're chunky books. So it's a big commitment for a kid to, they go quickly for me. But they go quickly. The chapters are not super short, but it's engaging. So
yeah,
it's impressive to me when the kids just read them over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I actually finished The Miraculous last week, and I think it's one of the best books I've ever read that tackles grief.
Wow.
I'm so excited. It does it in a realistic but gentle way. Oh man, I'm even more excited to read it now. I just love books that deal with grief.
I know.
4 on Hoopla. I read too much. Is that a thing? I read too much. No, that's not a thing.
Oh, does yours, your library system only allow you 4?
I think mine allows me 5 on Hoopla. Every library is different. Yeah.
Mine does 10.
Oh, that's nice. Hoopla is like my last resort.
It used to be mine too, but recently my library system upgraded its membership and there are so many, there's such a better selection now. It's crazy.
Yeah, good. Reading book 3 of the Penderwicks. That's a fun series. It's a series that feels like a classic, even though it's not. It was written in the 20 teens. What do you call that?
Wait, really? I thought it was a classic. Or like a modern classic.
Nope. It was written in the 2000s.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
The way that it looks and the way that people talk about it, I just assumed
it
that
definitely has a feel.
Latest, it was 1940s, 1950s.
Nope.
Wow.
It'll be one that stays around because it is written to feel like a classic. I think it'll stand the test of time because it doesn't have stuff that sets it in a specific time.
Yeah.
It's kind of timeless, right? It could be any time. Our library used Hoopla and then they switched to Libby. Yeah, that's the majority, I think. I need to pick up Keeper, but I don't think it's going to happen this month. No worries. I got to book 7 of Keeper, and no joke, Christine, 7 gets better, but the first half of the book, they're in the health center. I'm like, come on. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I feel that. That was one of my least favorites in the series because I just was ready to move somewhere different. I understand. Jenna, what else have you been reading this month? Anything?
I have been
Good?
kind of a reading machine recently because I've taken a break. Well, I'm not on it now. I just started back up again the day before yesterday. I'm writing again, but I was
Yay.
taking almost a 2-week break from writing in the mornings before I go to work to just read, and it
Yeah.
was glorious. And I don't know if it was just in August. Well, yeah, I guess yeah, August and a little bit of September. I was finishing up the Summer I Turned Pretty
Yeah.
trilogy. I binged the audiobooks of that, and I found it to be ridiculous and enjoyable at the same time.
Yeah.
Definitely addicting. And what else have I read? Oh, I read Hind's Feet on High Places.
Nice.
The like the
The
really
visual.
pretty version.
Yeah, I have it.
It's so pretty.
It's really pretty. I need to
Yeah.
read it.
Gorgeous.
I'm gonna get it out so that I remember.
I'll try to flip to like a pretty illustration so they can see. But
So
it's
there's a series of books
here
in
we go.
this visual journey. So I have The Hiding Place,
Oh my gosh.
and then Hind's Feet, and I also have Les Mis, and the other one they have is A Christmas Carol. So I haven't got The Christmas Carol yet, but yeah,
Okay.
they're beautiful.
Okay.
I was reading Les Mis when I was reading Les Mis because this is an abridged version.
Okay, I was about to say there's no way that that's the whole book.
No, it's abridged, but I was reading it. It's a lot, but I was reading it while I was reading the actual version, but I just never finished this. But I like it. This one has like a timeline.
Oh
It has
wow.
all the like a sketch of all the characters in Les Mis, and then just the visuals of Paris and like just quotes that are done really pretty. So yeah, that's what got me started. And then I saw there were other ones, so I put them on my wish list, and people have bought them for me. Thank you.
Oh, that's so
So
nice.
I have Hind's Feet. I would like to read, and I just really have been craving reading The Hiding Place again. I think I might do it in nonfiction November.
Oh, that's a great idea. I've been wanting to read that one. I'm pretty sure I have a copy somewhere. I'm pretty sure my stepmom gave it to me. Or no. There's another book. It's like the unofficial sequel, I think, to The Hiding
Okay.
Place. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, I've been wanting to read it, and if I don't already have a copy, I might get that version because I had no idea that this was like a series. And
Yeah,
I
it's
want
just
all of them.
I don't know if they have more now, but when I first was looking at them, they had just these four. So I still need to get Christmas Carol. I'm trying to find a good. So there's actual photographs in The Hiding Place because it is nonfiction. So there's like photographs and like documents,
Yeah.
or like that's a book cover, I guess. But then there's also there's photograph of there's I don't know what that is. And then like they're a family photograph. But then there are also illustrations as well. So there's the little house.
That's cool.
And then the quote, they all have these like just quote pages that are just done really pretty.
Yeah, definitely adding that to my Amazon list.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Yeah. I think I'll do this in November. But I also especially when you started, both of these would be a reread for me. I've read both Hiding Place and Hind's Feet on High Places.
Mhm.
But I've read them like in high school. So it's been decades since I've read them. Oh yeah, there's some really pretty watercolors in Hind's Feet.
It's stunning.
It's so pretty.
There's also there's a nice
birch forest.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I listened to a very small portion of it on audio because at the end I just didn't want to stop reading even when I was like driving to work and stuff. I think the audiobook is pretty good too.
This is cool. It's like a journal page. It says there's like a photograph. Life can engulf us into unwanted chasms, and it's during these times that we must cling to the Good Shepherd. Reflect on a time when he miraculously presented a handrail to assist you across an unsteady bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. So like journal reflection pages.
And the parts of where she's picking up the different stones, like the memorial stones along the way, you can add your own memorial stone. I didn't add anything to it on this go around, but I think whenever I reread it, I might do the
these are
prompts.
stunning. I need to put a Christmas Carol on my Amazon wish list too. Yeah, they're very cool. Yeah, so you inspired when you were reading that, because you've just finished that recently, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a few days ago.
Yeah, I need to.
I can't believe I had never heard of it before until I saw this version on Instagram, and I was like, okay, I need to know what that is.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Back to Keeper for a second. Would Keeper be a good read for autumn winter season? I feel like it would be more like, as far as the setting of the book, I feel like it's more spring summer because it's bright, colorful. Elf world is just always more vibrant than the human world. So it's not as like cozy and dark as you think of typically for autumn and winter. It's definitely more bright, colorful, shimmering, glowing, like even the people. So it depends. I mean, but also a lot of people do like to read fantasy and bigger books and like kind of hunker down and get enveloped into a world in the wintertime. So for that reason, I feel like it could be a good winter read. But as far as like vibes of the book, I feel like it's probably more summer, spring and summer. But to each their own. I don't really read super seasonally, so read it whenever you want. I love Heinz Feet. There's a sequel called Mountain of Spices. I don't think I ever read the sequel. Yes, there are a few more, Christine. I have that copy of Heinz Feet. Have all of them. I couldn't resist. They're so beautiful. Yeah, they're really pretty. Heinz Feet is illustrated. I read that for high school or school in 8th grade and don't remember. Yeah, I don't think the original has illustrations. I have like a mass market paperback of it as well. And it doesn't, and same with Hiding Place. I think there are some pictures in Hiding Place, but I don't think as many as this version have. Might need to do a reread. I did show you the inside. Have the Hiding Place on my TBR too. I know, added. Isn't someone making what? I don't know.
Maybe. Let me see if I can look it up.
This is true too, especially at the beginning. A lot of time is spent at school. So that does have fall vibes as well. The school setting. So yeah, really, I could make a case for any season. I just love it. So read it whenever you want.
Yes, apparently Ben Affleck is going to direct it.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. And Shannon Messenger is a writer, so that's promising.
That's good.
But that's all that we know on IMDb, so who knows if that will actually happen.
Sure. Yeah. Yep, that's what she said. Ben Affleck is involved. Love it. All right, well, let's jump back into another sprint. Let's go for a little bit. Let's do a 30-minute. Are you good with a 30-minute sprint, Jenna?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go till 50. And we'll do just a good old longer for me. 30 is about my max. We'll go till 30. 30 minutes. And did you see that the ambient room looks almost like the cover of the book?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. It totally does.
Like the colors and the trees with the house, like
yeah, nice.
It looks just like it, except the house is different, but the vibes.
Yeah, very similar vibes. I love it.
No sunset, but fall colors, so it works.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to find something as close as I could.
I think it's great.
All right. Happy reading, everybody. See you back here in a half hour. right, my friends. Come on back. How did everybody do?
I made it to chapter 12.
I stopped mid-chapter that time. I'm in 13, so we're just about keeping pace.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I like Faye or if she's driving me nuts.
I
Still out on that one. I don't know.
I am appreciating her comic relief because it is such a heavy story, and she's
Yeah.
honestly cracking me up. She reminds me of Wednesday Adams.
Okay. Yeah, but if he tells her one more time to call him Wonder instead of Wendy, and she just blatantly refuses, I'm like, just call him Wonder for crying out loud. Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was annoying the first couple of times, and then now I'm just laughing.
you're here for it. That's funny. How did everybody else do? Jen wants to reread Hind's Feet and The Hiding Place. Same. Hi, Anne. Just joined during that sprint. I'm reading Enola Holmes and The Black Barouche. How do you say that? Barouche? Did I say that right? Barouche?
Baruch?
It's like a carriage,
Or-
right? A barouche.
Couldn't tell you.
I'm reading, hey, Katie, vintage middle grade fantasy tonight, and all between by Zilpha Keatley Snyder, published in 1976. That's my birth year, 1976. Oh my word, I had chocolate on me and I just smeared it. I ate my goodness, what a mess. Pop kettle corn that has like chocolate on it because I was getting a little sleepy. Man, good thing I'm doing laundry in the morning because this I just got chocolate all over me. Good thing you can't see it because
No,
of
you can't see it. What's the brand? Because I love like chocolate popcorn.
Popcorn Indiana.
Popcorn Indiana. Okay.
I call it red bag popcorn. But their kettle corn is my favorite. But then every once in a while, I treat myself to this black and white drizzle
Okay.
kettle corn. Oh my word!
Yep, that's happening.
It's really dangerous. So I try to I put it on a little plate. I like pour it out, so I only have a little bit at a time because otherwise I would just like. Hi, Molly. Just jumping on reading The Bollywood Affair by Sonali Dev. Fun. Part of series September. I think I read her Sonali Dev. I think she writes the Pride, Prejudice, and which one? Pride, Prejudice, and Other Flavors. And then Incense and Sensibility. I think that's Sonali Dev. The Pride, Prejudice.
So too.
Or the Jane Austen retellings. Yeah, I think that's her. I don't think The Bollywood Affair is one of her retellings, though. I don't know, actually. You tell me, Molly. The fourth book is The Hiding Place. Yeah, no, I have Hiding Place. The one that I don't have is A Christmas Carol. But I have since put it on my wish list. I did that first thing during that sprint. Added A Christmas Carol so I don't forget. Spice Mountain is by the same author as Hind's Feet, I think.
Yes.
Solomon and Seven Spices. Fun.
Yeah, I think it's like another allegory about what the different spices represent.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Pam. There's so many out there. There's so many ambient rooms. And I try to listen to them a little bit just to make sure it's not super annoying. I think the water in this one is a little loud, but it is what it is. Sharon read 30 pages. Andy's at chapter 20. We're catching up. 2.5 chapters. Really enjoying Enola Holmes. Fun, Anne. Lindsay. Ready to progress?
Ooh, as in the Lunar Chronicles?
Uh-huh. Listen to the book club book already this month. Nice. I love the Lunar Chronicles. It's such a
Me
fun series.
too.
Got a few more pages between chores of my reread of God's Smuggler. Oh, nice. That's another one that I read in high school. Kim, glad you're here. How is Outlander? Kim is reading, I think, book 9 in the Outlander series. Then whatever, I think the newest one. Is that book 9? I don't know. Who let the dogs out? Oh my word. 17 pages, let out the dogs, and did the dishes. Nice, Lena. Very productive sprint there.
Very productive.
3 chapters in Mother Knows Best. Started the second book of Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Fun. That is a series I did not put on my series list because I don't think I'm going to continue. I read the first 2.
I didn't realize there was more than one.
I think there are 4 now. I think the fourth one is, or the 4th one is coming out, I believe, this fall. I know there's 3. But I don't know if it's the translation, but I have a hard time feeling like drawn in. Like I don't seem to care. There are parts of it that I really like, and I like the idea of it, but I feel like I'm held at a distance from it. And I don't know if it's because it is a translated work, so I don't know if it is the translation or the story itself. I don't know. But
yeah,
I haven't
read.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I haven't read that many translated works, but the ones that I have read, I always felt like a little bit distant from it.
Yeah.
Because it's not. I mean, it's good, but it's just not the exact flow that you're always looking for.
But then I think of Frederick Bachman's books, and I love them, and those are all translated.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same translator for all of them, but I've loved everything of his that I've read.
Oh, and I saw the new the Tom Hanks, like A Man Called Otto. I saw that
I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty good.
I
think it stayed pretty faithful to the book.
Nice. My library switched from Hoopla to Libby, and I like Libby much better. Has better selection, easier to use. I think I agree. I like how Libby is set up better, and I don't know. It took me a while to get used to using it because I was used to using Hoopla, but once we switched over, I had to switch. Read to chapter 10. I just want to give Wonder a hug. I know, Joanna. Me too. Ugh. I have that edition of Les Mis, but I did not know it was part of a series going on my Christmas list. Yeah. I don't know that you'd call them really a series. It's just I don't know. It's just a grouping of books, the random books, classics that they chose to make visual.
They all say an engaging visual journey. I don't know if that's what it's called or what.
Tyndale's a Christian publishing house, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting that it's like Les Mis, The Hiding Place, Hind's Feet, and A Christmas Carol. It's kind of an interesting, eclectic group of books, but I'm here for it. Hi, Lisa. Finishing up Still Life by Sarah Winman. It's such a beautiful book, but I'm ready to wrap it up. I feel that way sometimes with books. Like, okay, I've read you, and now I'm done. Read enough. Hope the end blows you away. That's always fun. Did some editing. Good.
What kind of editing?
I know, yeah. Like, are you writing or video editing? What did you edit? Hi, Teresa. Sad that I can't read the book this month. My library got rid of it the week before I requested it and said to get it from another library will take a month. Oh, boo. Sorry about that. If you have Libby, I mean, does your library use Hoopla or Libby, or do you have a different audiobook service? Because that's an option. It is available on some of those places, depending on your library again. But Amanda, Jenna, did you know Amanda changed her channel name?
Yes, I sure did. I was
Yeah.
surprised.
I love it so much.
I do too.
On the middle shelf.
Also, I love that picture of you, Amanda. Super
I
pretty.
know, so pretty. My friend. Book 9. It's good, but slow going. Yeah, well, it's huge. So you probably don't see the progress. You're making progress, though, I'm sure. Loved the first. I cried even with the wonky translation. Yeah. Oh, before the coffee gets cold. I'm fine if I don't like the second and don't continue, but the first one I did love. But it does fit your rec prompt. Good. Did you see the newest Thursday Murder Club book came out yesterday? I know the new one just came out, but I really still have only read the first one. I do have the second one in my basket to hopefully get to this month, but yeah, I have 1, 2, and 3 now, but I don't have 4 yet.
I tried to read, I think I got maybe about like 30 or 40% into the first book, and I just could not get into it. I
Oh,
really
really?
wanted to love it because it sounds like exactly something that I would love, but I couldn't do it.
Huh. I liked it.
The premise sounds like
Yeah.
something I would adore. Maybe I'll try again one day.
The problem with Libby is that it does not work with a Kindle. But
You
then
should be able to download it to
it
your
does.
device.
Yes, it does. Working on a YA series. Ooh, fun.
Ooh, me too.
Nice. I just ordered during that sprint the Christmas Carol edition to read this Christmas. Yay! Fun, Sharon. Good idea. Walking around my living room, getting my steps in while listening to the measure. That reminds me, my mom does the same thing. She does laps around the coffee table, and then she'll like walk around the dining table and then come back and do like figure eights, and then like she does that too. That's so funny. The fireflies on the ambient background. Oh,
Ooh, I
PS.
didn't notice the fireflies.
I didn't see them either. Huh. With you, Jenna. I finished it, but it wasn't for me. Just thought it was so.
Yeah, I was
Interesting.
disappointed.
Physical copy of the second Thursday Murder Club book from the library, but I'm really hoping my hold for the audio comes up soon. I remember, yeah, I liked the audio of the first book as well. I listened to it also. I don't know. I'll have to try the second one and see. I remember enjoying it. Could I tell you what it's about? No. Not fully. I remember some things. Try to update your Libby app because mine sends directly to my Kindle. Good tip. I have no device, just a desktop.
A flip phone. Nice.
Phone. I love it, Teresa. Love it. You're right. Sonali Dev does write the Jane Austen retellings. This series is more of a Bollywood storyline. Fun. I like her writing. I think she's a good author. Like, I like those books. I don't think I've read all the way up to the current one.
I haven't read any of her stuff. Just heard the name.
Yeah. I think I like Pride, Prejudice, and Other Flavors the best. And then each of the others are companions of people that are mentioned in previous books.
Oh, that's cool.
But they're also retellings of Jane Austen novels. So it's kind of a fun, and they're an Indian American family. So has that kind of twist on things as well with food and culture, but it also has politics. One of them's running for a political role. Yeah, it's fun. They're fun series. But nothing that I'm like rushing out to get the next one for.
Yeah.
Like I'll read it when I read it. I feel like they're kind of palate cleansers because they're much lighter and not silly, I would say, but definitely veer toward rom-com. But for the most part. Cool. Oh, that's cool, Molly. My husband is half Indian, so I like to his culture.
Awesome.
That's great. Love that. So what do you have up next when you finish this one?
Well, I am starting a reread of The Fellowship of the Ring,
Are you?
but it's not something that I am trying to like rush through or anything like that. I think I don't really have a solid plan, but I was thinking like I could read a chapter, and then there's this podcast that I really like listening to called the Prancing Pony Podcast, where over the past several years they have gone through the Silmarillion, the Hobbit, and now they're in the Lord of the Rings. I think they're in the Return of the King now after all these years.
Wow.
And they're going like, I don't know if they're going chapter by chapter, but almost. They'll do an episode per chapter, just like discussing it in depth.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is read a chapter and then listen to the podcast episode and then read another one and just go real slow.
That's fun. That's cool. I know people who do that, like with the Office ladies, rewatch The Office and listen to the episode that goes with it. Yeah, that type of a thing. There's a Harry Potter podcast too that people have done that with.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen to the podcast and read kind of along with it. That's fun. I don't know that I could go that slowly.
I might not be able to. I might hit a point where I'm just like, okay, no, I need to binge the next 4 or 5 chapters in a row. Mm-hmm. But who knows? I want to reread it. And my husband's picking it up recently too. So we're kind of sort of reading it together, but not really.
Nice.
Yes. And I'm listening to off and on the Andy Serkis narration of The Fellowship.
Nice. I have zero desire to reread those books ever again in my life, ever. Except The Hobbit. I feel like I would revisit The Hobbit. I enjoy The Hobbit.
Well, it's much more approachable and the tone is lighter.
I really just don't like Lord of the Rings.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. I'm doing The Two Towers now, along with reading the first Magnificent Summer. Nice.
Awesome.
There's so many, like the big battle scenes and stuff. I just cannot.
Yeah.
And they're just dragged out for too. There are moments that I really like in it that are very interesting and compelling, but there's a lot of it that's not.
I understand. It's not designed for the modern readerships.
Sure. I have no idea. Jennifer, I'm sorry. You'll have to Google research that one on your own. I know there's one out there. There's probably more than one, honestly, but
I'm sure there's a lot. There's a lot for Lord of the Rings too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I never listened to it myself. I just know of people who have done that. I'm on Return of the King for a reread. Nice. Jacqueline, well done. Just finished Lord of the Rings. Liked it better than The Hobbit, but it was so much longer than it needed to be. Two Towers is a little boring. Yeah, sorry. But in other news, Jennifer, I started doing the Iron series with Carolyn Gerben. I'm not rushing through. I'm taking my sweet time. Like I've only done 3 so far, and I started on Friday. So I'm going to do day 4 tomorrow. And you're the one that told me about that. So random script question. I just got it and listened to 2 books, and now a bunch that I've saved aren't available until 9:30. Is that normal to get only 2 books? No, you can have more. Just your saved pile will get smaller and smaller the more you listen to.
Well, what do you mean by that? Do you mean that they're just taking them off of your list?
No, it just says not available.
Okay.
Yeah, like so you can see down at the bottom it'll say missing some titles. What does it say? So if you go into your saved, could be improved. Not right now. Then if you scroll down in your saved, I have a lot right now because the 10th they all came back. Actually, it's not saying it to me because I just got them all back like 2 days ago, and I haven't been using it because I had a whole ton that I saved on Libby. But usually at the bottom it'll say missing titles, and you click on that and it'll say available on whatever your renewal date is.
Yeah.
And that selection of missing titles will get longer and longer as it takes more away. It's just because it's silly. Or is it because I listened to a sample of other books? Oh,
I don't
I wonder
think
how many
so.
samples you listen to. I don't know. Scribd is weird, but
I've always wanted to go like on a deep dive, like on their website or something, just to do research as to like why they do
Why?
this. I'm sure they get questions all the time.
we must. I don't know. Yay, there is a calendar. I just did Monday to Friday and took Saturday and Sunday as rest days. That's a good idea. I got to tell you, I was sore from all three that I did. And it feels like it's a slower it's a weightlifting program on YouTube. She's got a playlist.
Oh, cool.
Carolyn Gervin is her name. And it's the Iron series. But so it's a minute of an exercise and then a 30-second rest and then a minute and 30 seconds. So you feel slow while you're doing it. But then the next day when you can't move your legs,
Yeah.
you used them. It's a lot of time under tension because you're not like rushing through. Like you're supposed to be taking because you have a full minute. So you could just kind of take your time and do it. And then you have a 30-second rest, which feels long as she tells you what's coming up or shows you what's coming up next. But I like it a lot. And I have a love relationship with whatever you have.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she tells you what she's using, but you can use whatever you have. But I like it. I think I read somewhere that you get thrown in Scribd jail faster if you read newer books. I believe it.
We should put that. We probably aren't allowed to. We should put that on a coffee mug. Always in Scribd jail.
Scribd jail. That's hilarious. I know. Probably trademarked to use. Scribd.
Probably.
It's time under tension. I did modify a lot. Yeah, you see her rest too. Like she'll put her weights down and like shake it out and then pick them back up. So you see her do that too. Yep.
What's the channel name again?
Carolyn Gervin, Girvan. She should pop right up because she's very popular. Caroline Gervin.
Oh, yeah, I see her.
This has been fun. I have to go. I live in California and I have to have dinner. Yay, thanks, Anne. We're going to do another sprint. I know we've been chatting for quite a bit.
I think I've got one more in me.
Have a nice dinner. Okay, that's perfect. Do you want to do it's quarter after. Do you want to do a 30 and then we'll be done? We'll wrap it up. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Hi, Jess.
Welcome.
Hello. Glad you're here. So we're going to do a 30-minute. We'll go till 45. And we'll wrap it up. I don't have to work tomorrow morning, so I might stay for one more after you.
Hey, do what you need to. I know.
Oh, no, I don't want this to say last sprint because I'm not sure. Hold on. Sorry. I just want to say sprint. I just reuse the ones that are there. Sprint until 45. All right. And then we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I was getting tired last time too, so we'll see. We'll see how I do. All right. Happy reading, everyone. See you back here in a bit. All right, all right. That was 30 minutes. How'd it go?
I made it to chapter 20.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like one chapter ahead of you. I just started.
There were a couple of times I had to go back and reread a few sections because my eyes were drooping a little bit.
Same. I'm like, oh, for sure she's going to catch up with me because I'm like dozing off. So I think that was our last sprint. So,
Yeah,
but there's a scene in chapter 20 that I was like, no, this is really,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Kids.
have to say, I am absolutely loving this. I think that it's great.
I'm probably going to finish it tomorrow because now I'm into it and I don't want to stop. So I'm not going to read it more tonight, but
Yeah.
I don't work until noon on Thursdays now. So
Okay.
I will probably read a little bit in the morning. I want to film a little as well, but yeah.
I almost don't want to finish it too fast because I like finishing the books right before we have the book club meeting.
But I
But
don't want to wait a week.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I don't either. We'll see.
We'll see. How did everybody else do with your book that you're reading?
Oh, Katie just finished it.
I know. I just saw that. Loved it. Good. Sharon's here. Yeah. I was dozy a little bit. That one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my normal bedtime. I mean, I don't normally go to bed till closer to 11, but I will probably switch to an audiobook for a little bit.
Yep. I think I'm just going.
I'm going to answer some comments a little bit and switch up what I'm doing a little, but I'm listening to The Muse of Nightmares. That's the sequel to Strange the Dreamer. It's just a duology. So I'm like, let me just knock out a duology.
Mm-hmm. I've had Strange the Dreamer on my shelves since my booktube days.
Yeah.
And I have not read it. It's a really pretty edition, like the blue one.
I don't feel really compelled by this book, but it's just a duology, so I just want to finish it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm listening to. But let's see. Jen says only one chapter left to edit. Yay! Good. I'm glad it was productive for you tonight. Was able to get to page 49. Fabulous. Chapter 33. Sorry.
Nice.
Andy, are you going to finish tonight? How many chapters are in here? 45, 46. I'm trying to not like read words.
Yeah.
47, 48. I love that they're short chapters. 48 chapters altogether.
I'm still loving Faye. I think that she is hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like I want to know more about her. Mm-hmm. Like the cloak is clearly a like a security blanket in a way, because she constantly goes under the hood whenever her emotions get too big.
Mm-hmm.
She'll like wrap herself up, like when, a couple different times she pulls her cloak up to kind of hide in a way. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot to think about there too. So I'm hoping we get a little bit more about her story as well.
Yeah, I can tell she's been through some stuff. I wonder if we're going to get more background information about her grandpa.
Yeah. Maybe I'll switch to the audio of this one too, to get a little taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do like a good audiobook for sure. Usually get about $4 a month without it. Oh, for Scribd. That's funny. Cool. Well, friends, if you are joining us for the miraculous conversation and read along book club book this month, 2 weeks from today, the 27th, will be our discussion. right here on this channel.
Mhm.
And it's at, what did we say? 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, right?
Uh, yes, yes.
Yeah. So it should be like post getting the kids to bed, post hopefully 9876. You eat an early dinner if you're on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Join us for a discussion of the miraculous.
I have a feeling that it's going to be well loved.
Yeah, I hope so. I feel like we've done pretty good with our picks so far.
I
I feel
think
like
so.
all of them had a majority of people that liked them. There was a couple outliers, I think, for some of them, but so
Mhm.
far, so good.
I'm
And then,
really intrigued too for whenever we read the Graveyard Book because I have not read that book in years. I've
yeah,
read it twice, but it's been a really long time since I read it, so I'm wondering if it's still going to hold up to what I
yeah,
think.
it'll be interesting because I read it because of you way back in the day. And I mean, it's a Newbery winner, so I would have
Yeah.
read it for that project anyway. But yeah,
Mhm.
it'll be interesting. But thank you guys for
Mhm.
joining in tonight.
Yeah, it was fun.
About 40 to 45 people here, so
Cool.
fabulous. Hope you guys get some good reading in over the next couple weeks. Whatever it is that you're reading, whether Series September or Shake Timber or Shorty September. Like there's so many different things going on this month. So hopefully you read some great stuff or no readathons, just whatever. And yeah, we'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.